Welcome, everybody, to the activation for Egypt today. We'll start, as we always do, by clearing ourselves of anything we do not need at this time and grounding ourselves deep into the earth. We can all just start by closing our eyes and taking a deep breath. And on the exhale, settling into your heart. And we'll begin. Call upon Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Sandalphon, Blessed Mother Mary and the Holy Sacred Spirit of God, to come to us all now and to clear, cleanse, purify, and protect us from all forms of manipulation and coercion, fear, dread, vulnerability, lies, deceit, and illusion, black magic, witchcraft, incantations, and spells, oaths, vows, and curses so spoken, bindings and cordings, and all forms of psychic attack, misuse of crystalline energies, imposition of negative thought forms, bullying, and intimidation. Please clear, cleanse, and purify from all angles of time and space. Please let it be so now. And within this decree, we ask that we are able to reclaim, integrate, and access all that is rightful for us from all angles of time and space. Please let it be so now. We ask for our auras to be cleansed with pearlescent light, consistent with our highest serving purpose, and for our groundings to be cleansed and purified with titanium fire to facilitate a deeper connection and understanding of Mother Earth. For the wonderful angelics that surround us, to flush us with the life-affirming colors of rose quartz, indigo, lemon, and amethyst, purple, lilac, blue, and magenta. For Archangel Sandalphon to bring up the 12 golden anchors and the 12 rays of light, and for the sacred Holy Spirit of God to be with us now, and to bring through the sacred golden rays of the Christ consciousness, to align us with the truth of our sacred covenant and the Word of God. Breathe. Feel your energies flow and drench your path with light. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, so when sitting with Egypt the last couple of days, there was, what's it called again? Puck?
A puck.
A puck, from ice hockey. The thing they kick around. So that's like a black disc round, and so that's what I've been carrying, sort of, and it has like on the side, on the outside, it has like little doors. You wouldn't see it first, but then they open, and there's all these cables that gotta go in there to be like to connect and to allow for the energy to flow again. And yeah, it's interesting, when just before the call, when we sat and spoke about the puck, David said it was it was a room inside with little doors, but the doors are for the outside then, aren't they? Or
Yeah, it's like, I almost see it as a stone room. That's how I do see it. I see it as a room made out of stone that's round, that has doors or entrances that the light can come into.
so what I was wondering after he said that, I was like, okay, but what's going to happen anyway when I stick all these cables in? How are they going to, like, what? So there must be like an organizational center inside that decides what goes where.
Well, I'm looking at Franz's little room, right? And I
Yeah.
view it a bit like that. We've got these 12. This is weird because Egypt's. Anyway, it doesn't quite make sense because Egypt is the 12th. But I look at it like all these cables come in from the other chakras. So it's a bit like the room that Franz has got behind him, where like
With the 12 pillars.
it's condensing the light from all the chakras into one place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And it just makes sense then with the hand also, because the hand is a bit like that. Like you have the palm of the hand and you've got the fingers on the outside. That just came. So I will connect all the cables I've got. Ooh. 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 That's sweet. It turns transparent now. So instantly the cables all have different colors sort of, but the puck was black as it is in ice hockey, but now it's turned transparent and one can basically see the energies, how they flow from one to the other. And oh, that's sweet. Mm. And they're very, like, it's very sort of, well, how do you say, firm. There's like the cables are not loose. They're like right on. Yeah, it's like when you draw the sun and you have the straight lines going off. Like it's all very, I don't know, fixed or. No, it's not fixed. It's not fixed. It tells me no, it's not fixed. It has all the movement and all the waves when needed. I guess it was just to sort of to get when I connected them, they instantly were very like straight and everything. But that was just sort of to get the energy pumping. That's good to know. Okay.
Hum re rorai ki. So yes, in this room is access to one of the ancient portals on our planet. Rai rogatilo ki na maya hero ina ko lana pina ke ura tatana humana ina kolate. So above each doorway is a crystal ku na ai ulate. And each of us on this call has a key for each of these 12 crystals. Turan tilai oro kina holo arake to na nina nugra ki nola an no makai no kai unate. So today we begin the process of activating the crystal heart of Egypt. aloha kino mara tai to araki loma lelo loma kina anate lola irakita kuman ana ulatai ustre istra olome an o lai kitino manahero istrako kiman lula lila ustra huero cantome inan oratai. So deep within the earth, within the vibrant, energetic heart of Egypt, Ukran ero ila unna ki, unna ulatai. And we begin to open that crystal heart, igra, ula, inanko, lan u ki hu katayate, lom le mai lom le ki. Umbro, im an o, in an o no ktai, un o aile, le kai, ta, hekatai, hai no astroki. So deep within that room, there is a portal which one could pass through and leave this world. Tom lo tom ai ki, lom ai leho lihaiti, rom re ai, rom re romahe, lo lilaiki. Minai no minai ke, minai oroki. And though we may not understand this process, we are embarking on a new universal timeline in this activation. Roro rigai telo, roro rigai unname, lolo inana kora kiatai, lolo kiatelo mia nakaya holoki. And so that we may remember our dignity at this time, kulan istrako, kulan kinan urokai, kanai ho mi, kanai ho ki kanahe. So we are gifted with these keys today. Ku lan marakelo, mara kunantai. These keys to unite the 12 crystal hearts of planet Sophia. Iran ro rakatayaho, Iran roka hinana kolaki, unna melain ko, koko kiana ki koka Iran holome. And some of these keys we are gifted for the activation today. Mo lantakila malahorakai, lum le me no araki. So the keys that we are given for the activation today. Ulantakai, loma laga lunanake, are for the crystals embedded in this room that is like a womb in the land of Egypt. Munan aestra kulake. So the divine beings of light, they ask us now to activate those crystals. Inan horotai. So I call into me now the divine light. Ira korotai, kunan kelo mi. That I may begin to imbibe the light. U ran kuloki, nanro astra kulate. And we begin to bring it into ourselves. I raka ku kan holaki, for we can hold all the light that we can, ustren lolo me, that we may be strong enough to contain the light that is coming to us now. Renko ti u rena hailomi, anan oro anenki, lamela lom a kan homai, mo kan o astrulake. So as we start this new universal timeline, Istran ko Istranke, Lomlai Noloki. We must not forget that we are the bringers of the light.
Ooh.
ranto kai, ki ranto kilon man un nan ana ki lolo man san kotai. So deep within the sands, ustren lelo man ukatai, there has been much damage done to the ley lines. Kuka huintako, lomle kuratai. For there is a deep connection to the heart of our planet, kustren keloki, that is disrupted at this moment.
Ooh, ooh.
Kolo kan takai, kolo kan ti ran ostrame, kolan ho kimanate, kum ka lolain, lolain minan ke. So we drop our attention into the heart of this planet. Kistnana ust ko isno malate. And we pull down into the heart of our planet. Ki nan molokai, the rainbows of light. Inan ustran topa tipa urakai. Nam un anake. Lo line lolo mina ki ko kanro man un leline ki. And so that we may maintain this flow of constant light through the crystal heart of Egypt, ku man lulai ki. So when you are able, we're going to take our time breathing in to deeply into our lungs. Breathing into the earth. Feeling the air that surrounds us. Feeling our life force, a life force that sustains us. And when you're ready, you might want to let your eyes flicker open, come back and join each other in the room.
Mm.
We're welcome to hear from you.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
For me, it just felt like a very stabilizing energy. It just felt very rich and thick most of the way through. Um, Almost like I'm not used to it, like have more attention for when it knocks you. But this was just like firming everything up for me. I just felt like I was just being held, like the planet was holding me in a sense. The energy was just saying, "Got you." It's had that sense the whole way through.
Wow.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little restless at those points. Then I was crunching numbers at one point because it just felt like important to get the numbers for something else. And then what? And I have my key somewhere here. But what then happened was I got what you could call downloads, possibly, or insights, for a sort of work project for my own work project. Gone through, just got a little expansion. So that was kind of very nice. I wasn't expecting that. So thank you. I don't know. I'll see how it wants to go. Thanks.
Wow, nice.
Thanks.
Rashi. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, I'm sorry I was
Oh, who's connected?
joined midway, but it was interesting because I
Oh, we lost you there, it seems. Mm.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's some call coming. So,
Okay.
so when I joined, it was midway, and I just heard there are some crystals on top of the doorways. There were 12, and then later you mentioned there were 12. Getting that you're the third, and then they said that open your eyes, you'll see there are 13 people on even on the group, right? I mean, so I opened my eyes, I said, okay, there are 13. And I was given two keys, one for going upwards and one downwards.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense. I'm just gonna are you back? Hello.
Oh, you
There
did
you
not
are
hear
again.
me? Oh my God, I kept
There you are
talking.
again. Well, you just shared about the keys, one for up and one for down, and then we lost you again. So
Okay. Uh, I'm just wondering because there's so much interruption. I'm just thinking, am I not supposed to share this? I'm just trying to understand why is there so much interruption in this.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll not go into the second part of it. I just felt that there's something around the 13th that is happening in my life also, which is around Ophiuchus and Orion combined, 13th and the 14th. So it was about getting both those keys, the 13th and the 14th, and opening something. And another thing happened. If you notice your symbol, it is like this four waves like that, and then there is a slanted cross in between, which is much lighter. Um, there is something happening around that also, where I I've been getting that this cross needs to shift. And that again happened today when I went to the heart and the rainbow heart opened. It was like the shift is now ready to happen, because there was this whole episode when I was with Matthias that happened where we were sitting in a certain position where it was Matthias facing a girl, and there was another guy on the right and me on the left. And as soon as we sat, we had this information that we are not sitting in the right direction, and that it needs to change by 45 degrees towards the left, where the girl, the two girls are on the left and the two boys are on the right. So there's no opposition instead, and there's no leader, and there's balance between the feminine and the male. So this cross shifting in that position is playing up a lot. So I felt that happen again today. And I noticed your symbol also has that energy of this cross, but there is a mild that thing that, and there's a movement in that. So it was interesting. And I just noticed when I was joining the meeting, your symbol, and it was quite interesting. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the key for up and down. Reminded me of our little chat yesterday. Well, we talked about our course yesterday and about the soul leaving the
Oh
body,
God,
right?
yeah.
The ascension, right? We all want to ascend, and the planet wants to ascend and stuff. But basically, all of that is just
It's about descending also.
yeah,
Exactly.
because we're bringing down the energies, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yes,
like
it's I keep getting that.
It's
It's
not
more
ascension.
descending.
No,
It's
it's
more descending with that energy to
I
the
always
exactly.
thought,
to
why do
this.
people talk about ascension? I never wanted to talk about ascension. Believe me, I thought it was a
Yeah.
stupid idea. And then my soul left my body, and I was like, for fuck's sake, now I'm going to talk about soul ascension.
Yeah.
But it's actually about oversoul descension.
Descending.
But
Yes.
but the
Yes.
but the practice is to get high enough. You have
High
to
enough, and
ascend
then
high
bring that
enough,
energy,
Yeah,
bring
and
it
then
down.
anchor that and
Yeah,
descending it down.
exactly. So
yeah. It's just one of those.
yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alison.
Yes, thank you for that. And just from from the feedback and the insights here as well, the 12 crystals and 13 is relevant. It also comes back to somebody said who said that you've got also got a download about work. So this is also about purpose and symbolism, because that reminds me of Metatron's cube, which has got the 13, in the middle and in the center, which for me has always been like 12 portals of light with the planet Earth in the center, with love going through and going past and kind of connecting in that way. So that imagery came up very strong for me as well. And just not from the conversation that's been happening here, just the importance of that number and the points of light and just the direction towards the planet and the interconnectedness of everybody. So the number it feels significant, 12, 13,
Yeah.
from that perspective.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw so in the center of the earth, we talked yesterday on the call about the God particle and the third mission. That's what I saw at the center of the earth, that the crystal in Egypt wasn't connecting down into. And so we were repairing that connection, because the Christed light is the 13th, I believe. That's the symbolism. There's 12 crystals, but then we have to connect that to the God particle of the planet. That's the 13th.
And I think, yeah, like I said, just for me, and because it always comes back to Metatron's cube for me, because that's where my work is based. So it just for me feels important or aligned or just kind of reinforces and makes sense. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we're all looking at it through different windows.
Yeah. Sabine, yeah, please.
Yeah, I was holding a little crystal, more like a octaedron, with my hands. So I needed to feel something in my hands and my fingertips, and I had a lot of expansion in my heart. So really like physical, energetic expansion. So it was really strong in all directions. And then I had some confusion, like where can I go? Because I was in Auroville in February. So sitting there, you look at the crystal and you have the 12 pillars around it. But as we know it from Metatron, you have these 6 around the one, and then the 12 around the one, which is exactly the geometry of the Christ consciousness. So I'm preparing this at the moment also for the dolphins, and I know that this geometry is also in between the paws of the Sphinx, and that it's returning now in a when you fractalize it into bigger, it comes into bigger. So it was also like yesterday having the 13 chakras. You feel like, okay, we have 13 places to go on this spiritual way we look at it. And for me, it's really like we can put anything and anyone into the middle. They are all connected from everywhere. That's how I experience it when I move into that on this geometry. But it's really interesting to see that we have a certain anchor to one country, but from there, the connection to all the others is, it doesn't really matter if I sit here or if I'm in India or if I'm in Germany. But now I'm here, so it makes sense. Yeah, but it's interesting to see where we live and how we can move from inside. It's different, So I also felt very deep connection inside Earth. And yeah, I don't know how things will move tomorrow, but I have also hands here in my room. I mean, they are so familiar to me. I never thought why. I show them to you.
Wow. Fascinating.
So these are, no, let's see if you can see them.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so these I have here. And these are the hands of my guru.
Uh-huh.
And you
Yeah.
see this is him. He's in Germany.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
And
know him. Yeah.
this is Babaji.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can turn it in, we can see it through Christ, through Babaji, through whatever eyes we use, but from the level where it comes from and how it wants to descend, it's more energetic. We have all these different ideas of people, but it's good that beings are embodied in a body already. Yeah, so it's amazing. It really feels like a lot comes together now and is allowed to bring the disharmony out, and then it can be in higher harmony.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Beautiful. Yeah, Marina, please. Or that's me next then. Marina, start.
Yes, thank you. It started with a lot of resistance, and I felt quite uncomfortable in the beginning, and I was like thinking whether is it right for me to be on this call or not? But I was just observing the resistance, and it also felt like I had this kind of membrane around my heart. At the time, David said something about the womb in the sense. Then the energy started flowing. For me, it's also a lot about the the energy that is going downwards, that is I connected to the feminine Christ. Like also the shift from the soul star from kind of the masculine upwards energy to the feminine Christ, which is underneath us, which is the throne that the feminine sits on. Yeah, it's something about the womb, which is also very something that I work a lot with in general. So the womb and the sands and like the heart and the membrane of the heart and yeah, this resistance, it was interesting to just observe that. It feels more calm now and yeah, oh, I'm feeling just open and curious. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. That's a nice shift. Thank you.
Yeah, something's stirring in me as you talk about the womb and what we didn't explain yesterday. Marina, you just reminded me, when we first received this new chakra system, they didn't give it to us like this is here and that. No, what they gave me was two pyramids. One, the base is at our feet or just under our feet, and it comes up somewhere ending near the solar plexus. And then there's another pyramid which comes, there's the base up high and it comes down just underneath, just the two just overlap each other. And we haven't talked about that yet, but that is part of the new chakra system, is that there's the upper pyramid contains the higher energies, and then the lower pyramid contains the grounding energies. So your description is just shifting like I can feel the sands and I can feel this movement within me as you're talking. It's very beautiful.
Doesn't he?
For me, in this session, I felt it a lot in my brow. It was activating a lot of my third eye right through the session. With regards to the number 12 and 13, another significance of that number is the 12 disciples, which represents the 12 zodiacs. And the 13th zodiac being, if you look at the Last Supper picture, Jesus actually represents the 13th zodiac. And I can't get to the name of what that zodiac is, but there's a lot about that. I was just reading up on that not too long ago. So that's another. And what's interesting about the three countries, the Germany, India, and Egypt, for me is Egypt representing past life, Asian civilizations. And I mean, I think all of us have past experiences there. But then I also have my one grandmother from my mother's side is German, and my grandmother from my father's side is Indian. So I kind of have that mixed, like ancestral and past life. So that's interesting for me.
Wow. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of German World War II experiences. Saturday night, they had me sit up. Alenka went to bed. I thought I was going to bed, but I was getting 1945. Like Thoth was like saying, 1945, you're not going to bed. So I spent 3 or 4 hours browsing the internet about 1945 in particular, I started with. And then I was looking at timelines sort of from 1940 until 19. It seems like there was, I'm going to call it the Great War, because I believe it was the war to end all wars. Even if we're still at war, I think World War II was the war to end all wars. And we just haven't quite got over that yet. And it seems to me like 1948, we shifted into another epoch entirely. Like the war ended in 45. There was a couple of years of, I'm not sure what, if you could call it peace, but then 48 was like what happened in Palestine, and a number of other world events happened in 48, which tipped us off into something else. But the reason I'm sharing this is because I don't know how I came to like this is about Babaji, but I was looking at what happened in North Africa and what I was being shown. They actually want me to say it out loud. This is like, okay, so what they want me to say out loud is that an aspect of Babaji played the role of the German commander in North Africa, Rommel, during World War II. And that was the last incarnation that Babaji has had on our planet. And they just want to say that, like, there are no blacks and there are no whites and there are no rights and there are no wrongs. There are simply experiences to be had. And the gods come down in various different forms, from the good, the bad, the indifferent, the boring, the sublime, and the ridiculous. And Babaji played a war general in his last lifetime.
Played is good. Yeah.
So I'm going to play a song. They made me choose this song, so I better play it. It's called 1945. I'm sharing.
Yeah. Okay, lovelies, then we will see you tomorrow. Same time. We are a bit sad that it's coming to a close because we're going to miss you guys. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. And yeah, lots of love your ways. Ciao. Oh,
Bye.
Ciao.
ciao.